that's mental more than anything, to be honest with
And
you.
he's taking on a newcomer, Eli Quick, who's really making a name for himself very quickly. He defeated Gregory Sharp, who returned.
Did he really?
Yes, in the first round.
Eli Quick is making his, what did you just say? You had a little, no pun intended there. He's making his name really quickly.
Yes, there you go. I didn't even realize it. You caught it for me. We've missed you on commentary,
Well,
Disco.
the fans have too.
You know, the angry vets, they've been busy trying to take care of business inside the ring that you kind of stepped away from outside.
Well, you know that the fans, they know that I lend credibility to the announce desk whenever I'm on commentary. So, tell me a little bit about. I know nothing about Eli Quick. How is he have a spot in this tournament? How many people have been involved in this?
An 8-man tournament. Eli Quick had been appearing at some of our school events and the showcases and made a very good showing for himself. He was placed in. He was scheduled to wrestle Mike Delight, but Funny Bone attacked him, and Mike Delight was taken out of the match, and Gregory Sharp just happened to be backstage and offered Eli Quick an opportunity to match. And they had an outstanding encounter, and Eli Quick walked away with the victory, and now he's got this opportunity right here. He's a high flyer. He does some crazy things.
Well, I've seen a somersault so far, a Frankensteiner, a dive. I mean, this guy's throwing the kitchen sink at him already. We're the first minute of the match here, Joe.
You know, very young in the business, and he is trying to make a name for himself in the no limits. It would be a nice notch on the belt if he can go through this tournament, defeating Gregory Sharp, and if he defeats Jakob Austin
It's a master
Young.
of the obvious, Joe. Whenever you advance in the tournament, it's going to make yourself look good. But now, look at rookie mistake. Rookie mistake by this guy. He had Austin Young on the ropes there to start the match. Probably had him in a position where he could have beat him. He hit him with some big moves to start off, and now look, Jakob Austin Young is taking right back over. There we go.
You know, and here's
That's
a guy,
good. That nice vicious side of Jakob Young we're seeing here, huh?
You know, he has been outstanding over the last, 4 to 6 months. He's been dominating, beating some big-name people in the No Limits division. A guy we're going to see later on tonight, Willie Mack. He'll be taking on Ryan Taylor in our main event. The second semifinal match should be outstanding. But Jakob Austin Young, many people feel he is primed and ready, and this is his tournament to lose.
I would probably agree with you on that. And that's stretching it right there, because I usually don't agree with you on everything or anything, because you're usually wrong and I'm usually right.
You know, maybe times have changed since you've been gone, Disco.
Not so sure about that.
Ooh. And driving the elbow, the cover, 1, 2. You know, and Eli Quick, he's a guy, he needs to use his speed, his quickness. And against a guy like Jakob Austin Young, who might be almost as quick as him.
Well, he wasn't right there. I don't know what's coming out of Eli Quick here when I see his work. I mean, I don't know what, I guess what on earth was that? I mean, this guy, Joe, so let's be honest here. Would you consider that to be a rookie mistake to go for that type of high-impact, high-risk move at this point in the match when he didn't really have the guy as prone as he should?
Yes, I would, but that's why he is a rookie. He is learning on the job. You know, he's got a lot of great raw tools, Disco Inferno. He probably needs a guy like you to, tone him down a little bit and pick and choose his spots.
Let me tell you something. If this kid's ever in the locker room, he'd probably be remiss to pick my brain at some point, because I could probably give him some tips on how to improve.
Well, unfortunately, you kind of have a reputation, Disco, that a lot of guys seem to be afraid to go over to you and pick your brain. But I do know that the people that do, that they do get some great information from you, but some people are just intimidated.
Well, Jakob Young, perfect example right here. I had a discussion with this guy the other day about it. He needs to, be more vicious in the ring. You can't be a nice guy in there. You need to be able to turn it on and turn it off, when you need to. You need to be able to go from 0 to 55 like these new electric cars these days. Like they can get to 0 to 55 in 2 seconds flat. You don't need to take your time. Like right now, perfect example. Jakob Young should really be giving it to him right now. Throwing everything at him. He's giving him time to recover.
Well, Eli Quick, he's a tough competitor. And
he doesn't look tough. I'll give you that. I mean, I will say that. He's kind of skinny, but he's got a lot of fighting, but he doesn't really look as tough as you would think. Ooh, what was that?
I think Jakob Austin Young might have been going for a Japanese arm drag, and Eli Quick basically cut him right off. Shades of Brandon Gadsden, Disco Inferno.
Well, he's ripping off people's moves now, it looks like.
Oh, and look
Wow,
at that.
what a move.
1, 2.
No, he did not get him. I thought he should there. Wow. This kid's quite the acrobat, Joe.
Yes, definitely a great arsenal, but again, very young in the business. And you know, like you said, you got to pick and choose your spots.
And you got to be able to put on some weight. This guy, he could probably use a gallon of milk and a couple donuts every day down there. Would you agree with that?
I absolutely would. He is going up top.
Wait, what is this?
Looked like he was going to go for the 630, but Jacob Austin Young got out of the way. Look at
Oh,
this.
and then he caught him.
1, 2,
3, and there you go. What we had right there
no,
is
he was the
he
kick out.
kicked out? I thought it was 3.
I think we overestimated that first count of a 1, and it wasn't as he was
Wait a minute,
going around.
what's going on here? Cody's distracting the referee. He wants to know it's a 3. It wasn't a 3 count, too. It looked like 3 to everybody in the arena. And Jacob's got the case now.
And, he may not. Oh, and look at this. Nice move by Eli Quick. But Jacob Austin Young catches him.
Oh, and he nailed him with a DDT right on that suitcase.
The cover, 1, 2, 3, and there you have it. Jacob Austin Young. He will go to the finals June 5th, our 6-year anniversary show, where he will go for the No Limits title. Not needing the case so far, Disco Inferno.
Well, he used it pretty wisely there. Let me tell you something. Eli Quick showed me some stuff, but he fell into the trap that most young guys fall into. You should always put your opponent at risk as opposed to putting yourself at risk.
Quotes from Disco Inferno.
Nevermore.